Talking to Gotaga, let's start off with him.
All right, then let's see what you got for us, Gotaga. Look at those teammates just charging straight on in towards middle. He's going to be taking the outside route, though, with his Kuda, maybe trying to catch someone on the wrap, and he's going to find one just there. Beautiful. Agonie now down. 3 members to find, and he's going to go on the real long road behind them. This is actually quite smart. He should be able to get the drop on them because Pulse at the moment have started strong, and look at him coming around behind Agonie. The call's going to be made, though. He does reposition and trying to get the drop on them towards the kitchen area, but no, Agonie finds that, and it does look like this has been a very kind of, I was going to say successful start for Pulse, but despite Gotaga's absence, it does look like Vitality have managed to maintain at least contention, if not control, of that initial hard point.
Yeah, for me, Pulse should have come off hotter. They had the better spawns at the end of the day, and Vitality have broken this and now developing a small lead going into the second hard point. But Wailers looking really, really strong. We saw him yesterday rocking the assault rifle and the Tempest. Today, he's using the VMP. Very versatile player. Love seeing players being able to do everything.
And Gotaga with his Kuda is then going to try and make kind of work out a route, forge a path towards this rotation in towards kitchen. He's going to be taking that very predictable war on. It's very hard to kind of not get caught off with that one, but he is going to come straight on through. His teammates had already cleared the path for him, and now we have 4 players all hunting, hungry for some Vitality blood in the form of Pulse. Just 6 points for them so far. Let's see if they can change that quickly or not. Look at this, already dropped down. Wailers has found Azox, and the points are starting to run away from Pulse.
Yeah, Wailers only 100 points away from this HC car. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Heatwave is unlocked at the side. Love it how that bottom right just goes all golden. That tingly feeling inside. I like it very much. But Wailers, 4-2, still going strong. 66-6 at the moment. Seems like he's almost spotted or been called out here about the rotation. He's still getting kill after kill. Gets shut down in the kitchen there. Let's jump on board with Jayz because he's the one to break it. But with only 13 seconds, you want to see the rotation coming in, popping up that the mini-map there, making it a little bit bigger. The yellow obviously being Vitality. Looks like they're going to gain control of this third hard point.
Yeah, and that's going to be a problem, I think, considering they basically said, okay, you can have those 15 seconds left on that one. No problems, no questions asked, and they get initial control. Once again, Vitality just seem to be on point with these rotations. This French matchup's definitely, this domestic matchup's going only one way at this point, with Vitality starting so incredibly strong, as they're going to be breaching 100 before that kind of 4.5-minute mark.
Yep, Riskin takes down 2 before falls to Veziok. Let's see what he can do off the spawn. Does have that HC car available. He's going to break 100 with the team of Vitality. Making a statement here. Shutting down Pulse in great fashion. Riskin, though. Oh, and
it's just crazy how many frags Riskin's already accumulated.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, wow, 11 for him. I mean, Jayz is actually doing incredibly well for himself. He's just got himself his 9th there. You saw it onto Gotaga, but Riskin looking for his 12th. Not going to be given to him by Azox without a fight. I see a whole lot of kind of specialists available. Gravity Spikes, Heatwave, they're all lit up, ready and waiting for Vitality to choose the right moment to implement them. HCXD, too, is ready for Wailers. And, I mean, what's the kind of the prime purpose? Is it when the rotate's coming in? Is it, like, onto the fresh hardpoint to break the hill?
I think it's really to break hills, but at the moment, Gotaga's shown how to not use it, as he just proves me right. You can just kill your teammates.
There you go. We actually laughed about it, saying it's probably not going to be happening, but no, Gravity Spikes can be used to kill your teammates, and quite efficiently, Gotaga does demonstrate as it's time for that battle in green room. So many different angles you have to watch for this one. The water does play a huge part once you stabilize, but so far, that is not the case. It's a brawl, and it does look like it's favoring Vitality once again.
Yeah, Gotaga picking up one,
wow.
Broken picking another. He's gone on the flank. This is what I love about Gotaga. He breaks himself off from the team, basically says them, you know, you can get on the hard point, I'll just go slaying around, and that's what he's doing. Wailers doing the exact same, whilst teammates, I think it's Riskin who's just sitting on this hard point, racking up the points. Nearly got a minute to his name. 141 to 43 here. We see a 100-point lead now, gained by Vitality. Of course, for you guys at home, it's first to 250, over halfway there for Vitality.
Yeah, and I mean, you're talking about time spent. I mean, look at that. 2 players for Vitality have over a minute, as you said. And then you look on the other side of things, Pulse, the highest amount of time spent on a hardpoint is 25 seconds for Jayz. That's just, I mean, that's abysmal. The only player who kind of is lower than that on the other side of things for Vitality is Broken, but he's obviously playing a very different role. I'm sure you can explain to everyone what Broken's kind of been up to if it isn't fragging.
Prime example here, sitting off the hard point. A lot of people would call it anchoring, but for me at the moment, he's just kind of making the cutoffs, you know. This is a prime example. He's not going to allow anyone through this. But unfortunately, he gets the flashbang to the face. Azox with that triple kill, one on his teammate of Agonie, though. That's not going to help him at all. But the lead is just being extended machine here. You know, 171 to 50. Pult's going to get these scrap points again. Wailers just having a whale of a time here spinning round. He's going to make the transition into the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be kind of a firm spot for Wailers to hold. It's kind of rinse and repeat for him. He's done this once, but he's going to do it again. You can see, actually, I think Azox was considering that wall run, and Wailers just kind of leaping down from that top ruins area. Finally, Gotaga's learned his lesson and is actually going to be landing gravity spikes on an opponent this time. You could hear that explosion in the distance, and that rotation again favors Vitality. And they are just nearing that 250 mark so early in this game. Pulse yet to really consider breaching 100, and Vitality already nearing into 200. That's tough.
Yeah, Wailers on a 3-kill streak at the moment, 18-9. Doing some great work there. Just highlighting Broken. This is why he gets no points on the hard point. Yeah. Because you may think that he's out of the game, but all he's doing is he's anchoring. And he knows that Pulse needs to change this. And this is where he comes into action. He's going to pick up the kill, takes down Azox, and that means everything that Azox has just worked for has been shut down. The door has been closed. As Riskin breaks in, gets that hard point back, but he slowly transitions it to the top. Onto his sleeping bags. He's going to camp out there for a bit. No, he's not. Jayz coming in with a hot 2-piece. Let's see what Jayz is doing right, because he's got 18 kills to his name. Let's
have a little look what he's doing. He's sliding away. He's not doing too much now, as Riskin does send him to sleep permanently. And now 215. They're already there. Look at this from Jayz. This is better from Pulse. This is the first time I think they've actually been the first on the hill in a long time, other than that kind of initial kind of spawn-aided positioning in towards the middle in the opening hard point. Now, though, we're not going to be seeing how long they can hold on to this one. Broken going on the offensive, as is Wailers. As you can see, the bodies are starting to pile up, and we can see Riskin's going for that route. Oh, the auto climb. Instead of breaking through the glass, instead just perches himself up on the side. Agonie did catch a glimpse of him, and another as Broken does go down. Yeah, Wailers looking to break into here. Does with his heat wave. Gets taken down, though. Doesn't manage to secure these last couple of points. I've got to say, Pulse are giving this a good go, and if anyone's going to do it, Jayz at the moment is making the plays, and he's using the kinetic armor. Doesn't come into play too much there. Wailers, Gotaga, Riskin getting on the board, and they're going to take control of the hard point now. 17 seconds. Can't close it on this hard point, though, Machine. They can't close it, no, but they can get damn near close. As you can see, the spray towards lockers. Veziok is going to be able to make the most of that one. He gets himself a second as well on the rotate. But if anything, that's just giving them the spawns they were after. And now we're going to be seeing what Wailers can do with that HCXD. Nothing, it seems. Is he going to be a change of plan? He's got his eyes set on that man towards water. He seems to be really having some problems maneuvering this HCXD. Yeah, definitely stick in the Call of Duty scene. Oh. Don't think a racing driver would be your forte. However, in the end, he takes down Jayz. Great play from him. Coming towards the end of the game here, racking up a few points. Yeah, we're going to be seeing Pulse, though. They do breach 100. They managed to keep it relatively respectful. But Vitality, they've got so much time. I mean, 3 minutes to get 3 points. There it is. The 1, 2, 3. That's going to be 250. 103 for Pulse. And we're going to be seeing Vitality start with a very fierce hardpoint game. Yeah, Riskin racking up 2 minutes in the hill. However, when you see something like that, usually you would see your teammates maybe 30 seconds, 45. And we're going to go ahead and throw that on your screens right now. Pulse then on the left-hand side, Vitality on the right. Let's see where that first ban does go. It's been a Vesper and an M8 Protect kind of quite consistently throughout the day. We'll be seeing if we're going to be seeing any variations. No, it's going to be the M8, and Overkill is actually the first one to be taken away. Okay, that's good target. And Agonie ex-teammates, of course, coming head-to-head here as Pulse take on Vitality. Vesper not shortly behind. These are very, very standard for Search and Destroy. More than likely see your concussions and flashbangs and your high calibers and rapid fire. See if the trophy system is banned again. That's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, we didn't see that kind of be as relevant as I was expecting. Because I didn't notice the absence of trophy system. I don't know if you did. No, I think because, I mean, trophy system was taken away. I think either concussion or flashbang was. So they basically took away trophy systems, then they took away the I know Semtex was. Ah, right, okay. So really, you know, it was just kind of a battle of the weapons, really. It was who was better with the gun skill. High caliber as predicted. Interestingly enough, the XR2's taken away, which really limits, obviously, them to, you know, the HVK, the ICR, Man War might come out, or you might just see all guns blazing. Metal to the metal with those SMGs. Yeah, none of that kind of burst fire for the assault rifles. That's all taken away. Maybe they'll have to get their fix from that with the RK5. We shall see. 2 more to come in then for this ban and protect phase. Azox and Broken, the ones kind of mulling it over. They only have a few seconds left to make that decision, and it is going to be flashbang. And Azox finally does snatch away the active camera right down to the wire, but that specialist did not manage to slither through. And I'll be seeing no invisible plays this time on Search and Destroy. Yeah, which is definitely a shame for me because I'm a huge fan of seeing someone sneak around. You know, Call of Duty, we see these great players kind of wielding these 2-3 pieces, and then, you know, I'm a fan of just kind of taking a step back and admiring someone's kind of brains in Call of Duty. We see that a lot in Broken. We see it a lot on the other side in Agonie. But for
Obviously, the active camo taken away. We can't see that today.
Hey, we have glitch. That's in the same vein. And when it comes to kind of that, I mean, like, it's such a split-second decision you have to make in order to find, you know, the right time to use glitch. So many kind of potential like uses for it. Of course, we saw a failed one yesterday, which really stands out to me. In fact, no, it wasn't yesterday. It was earlier on today because it was on Stronghold. And you remember he was standing by the car. He was holding that position for so long that when he hit glitch, he moved like a fraction to the left. And that's the, you know, these are the downsides of it. You hit your panic button, but you haven't completely considered all the objectives. We
saw another one as well on Stronghold where he planted the bomb, he jumped top building, he tried to glitch back, and he just appeared right in front of Jayz, and Jayz was like, I'll add that to the others.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
That's frag 16 here in Search and Destroy.
More kills than my whole team put together. But as the boys create those classes, change away from Hardpoint, obviously going into a completely different game mode, running through those rosters, we have Pulse, Agonie, Jayz, Veziok, and Azox. Obviously, Agonie, really the only player to come out of Belgium, really represent his country, but he's always amongst the French. I must say, he's found his feet in these French rosters before, whether it's alongside Broken, Gotaga, Veziok, his team with, you know, some of LDLC as well, like Zyla. You know, he's been around for a long, long time. Probably, you know, in fact, if I was to say anyone, he's been there since really the beginning, you know, like your Swannies and your Tommies.
He's been there since the beginning, and I mean, now sitting in this Pulse roster, he wants to kind of continue to make the impact he made before, you know, with those previous teams that he was kind of flown that flag for. Now he wants to kind of make this one count. Veziok, of course, as well, alongside Jayz and Agonie, rounding out that one. Excuse me, and Azox. But for Vitality, we have Gotaga, Riskin, Wailers, and Broken, bringing in Overdrive for Gotaga. Going to be going for those kind of speedy rushes, especially as kind of in the same way that we saw Josh implementing that one quite effectively, both on the defensive and the offensive. So keep your eyes set on him. Riskin with the kinetic armor for that survivability. Glitch for Wailers, and we're going to be seeing Broken rounding it out with Psychosis. So the only kind of differences you're going to be seeing there was the Heat Wave and the Psychosis swapped out. Broken bringing that one, and of course Agonie with the Heat Wave.
Okay, score streaks will be changed, with obviously none of them banned. I doubt there will be much time needed for this. You know, you'll see your standard HCXD come into play, and if anyone is feeling adventurous, I'm sure they'll be able to throw out a dart or even a lightning strike maybe. But everyone readies up with those big green ticks. It's a big sign to get this game started. 3-2-1. Vitality versus Pulse, going to be an interesting one.
It most definitely is. It's going to be just, I mean, the storyline here is, can Pulse pick up a game? Pick up a game against Vitality and under Stronghold, Search and Destroy, no less. It's already been home of some ups and some downs for a lot of these teams, as the kind of lay of the land has most definitely been well traveled. I have no doubt that these teams will have taken the full opportunity to watch this very combination of both map and game type play out throughout the earlier games here at the Call of Duty World League, and so they're going to have a good idea of what works, what doesn't, even if they haven't found that in practice.
That's it. I mean, these guys have waited. I mean, Vitality in particular, they've waited till the end twice now. Are these guys sat watching the stream, learning from everyone else, thinking, you know, let's get in the lobby, let's see what we can do? Oh, look at that play. I would suspect they are, because obviously most people would if they had any brains. And talking of brains, let's get on board with, no, not Broken, he's on the defense. Let's go on board with Agonie.
Okay, got the VMP. Vespa, of course, was taken away, and we're going to be seeing exchange in bedroom, and it's not going to be a particularly frisky affair, just the one. Veziok does get that one, Riskin down. And now we have to wait. This is that, again, that kind of calm. I say that just as Veziok finds his second as well. Wailers has fallen off. What was that? How did Wailers die just there? Must have slipped off. Unfortunately, we did miss it. Instead, though, we have to wonder what Gotaga is going to be thinking now, as he has to find all four. Tags up one towards Lab. Does manage to take down Veziok, and that's going to be kind of the dream dash for him. Not going to be finding that third frag with the bombs in. And he could very well, I mean, if they had just held that angle a little longer, we could have seen him bring this into a 1v2. Not looking likely, though.
Yeah, look at that sensitivity. Gotaga can only be described very, very quick. He's notorious for this, but he controls it in such fashion. And with 25 seconds, I don't think he's going to be able to do this. Would be very rare. 1 versus 3, breaching into B-bomb site.
Yeah, they're not going to be expecting this. You would worry, though. That's only going to be the one. And Azox does get that from that rock. There's kind of two positions. I'm thinking like Marky B had that very same position by those rocks. You can see just how powerful it is. You're only really vulnerable from either you're behind or from the man on the bomb himself. And that was an easy pickup for him with the ICR. Nice to see the RCR making an appearance. And it's an assault rifle that you don't so often see when others are available. And of course with the M8 taken away, it's good to see ICR and other options being pursued.
Yeah, now going on board. As I said in the previous round, with the brains of Vitality Broken, HVK is the weapon he's wielding. Reflex sight, grip attached. Very, very quick
Wow, look at
rush
this.
here for Riskin.
That was a risk from Riskin, quite literally charging in, living up to his name, I guess. But that's going to be the bomb going down. With 1 minute still on the clock, this is going to be a quick one, just cutting that time down. It's going to be taking about 30 seconds off the clock, shaving that one now. He needs to find the frag. This is great stuff from Gotaga. As he gets that one down, he's going to find another one as well with this Pharaoh. This is an SMG you really cannot kind of trifle with, not to be laughed at. And it falls to Agonie. He might very well bring this into 1v1. VMP v Pharaoh. Instead, he retreats after getting that initial damage. He knows he's being hunted from behind, and Gotaga finds himself his third frag. Very, very influential round from the individual himself.
Yeah, really good performance. I mean, we saw Riskin fall at the start, and I mean, this is what I'm talking about. These are not slow rounds at all from the French. These are, you know, high, intense, straight in the face of each other. And to me, this is how I love to watch Search and Destroy. I do like the flip side. I like the methodical play. But when it comes to all guns blazing, it's brilliant as a spectator as well as a caster to watch over.
Yeah, let's see then what they kind of do in response to that. Both teams then picking up that first round on the attacking side. Now we have to see what they can do this time. Pulse not going to be able to find anything early because the Gotaga is doing exactly what he just did on the attack, this time on the defense. Riskin's the only one that's pushed up, and he's got himself kind of right next to that. Is that a loose bomb as well?
No. Yeah, the bomb is, at the moment, Agonie was holding it, and he died. Azox, Jayz, and the last one, Veziok, has to go and retrieve that. In fact, I'm going to go on board with whoever's got this HC car. It's Gotaga. He's 6-1. Strolling around, just looking to try and get a sighting on the boys on Pulse. But for me, you know, does he know the bomb's down? It just seems like he's using the time and spotting out. Of course,
this is info. This is all this is. This is a lot of info. And we're going to be seeing some killer instinct from Wailers there as he does catch Jayz. I'm not even sure if you're going to be seeing a kill from this H6D. He's desperately searching for something towards Hut, but the information is gathered. He runs out of time, but so are the attackers with just a few seconds left, and Pulse need to really step up their game.
Yeah, Veziok has retrieved the bomb. Let's see what he can do. Shiva in hand, grip and quick draw attached to that. He's going to see one. Take down one. Take down a second. Now finds himself in a 2v1. Veziok really stepped it up.
He's got ammo. He is going to be able to get that bomb down as well. Broken then forced to do it all. The bomb's going to be going down, which does extend the timer. He does have to try and just find that push towards, I was going to say, towards the location of Veziok, but no, he's retreated back. I thought he was going to go on the offensive, and Broken instead he realizes that, hang on, cool, calm, 30 seconds. He has to pick up the defuse as well. He's starting to do the math, starting to crunch the numbers, and realizes that he just has to play the time. Look at them both, playing so passive. The defuse is just going to be in the open. Unless he finds that frag immediately, this is going to be a very, very well picked up round from Veziok and co.
Yeah, to me, it's all Veziok. You hear that Shiva popping one at a time. That two-piece was unreal. And really just, it's flipped the game on its head and went from a 3v2 to a 2v1. Really well played from Veziok as Azox finalizes the round there, taking down Broken. Dead silence, and he has Tac Mask available. It's an interesting one.
Really does not want to have his vision obscured at any point throughout this one. Makes sense to me. So far, we haven't seen anything from Riskin, and that worries me. On the attack, though, we'll stick with him. He's picked up the bomb as well, so he's got a lot of playmaking potential. But, you know, widely regarded as one of the kind of the biggest fragging presences or killing presences. As I seem to keep my eyes on him for a bit. You don't want to be the first in. You don't want to be starting the push with the explosives, because losing that can really cost you. But he does look like he's still going to be at the kind of the spearhead of this push. In the meantime, Gotaga's the one that's working his way towards that kind of dining room area.
Taking his time, though, checking every single corner. I like his play here. Oh, he has been called out. Gotaga's going to make the charge, lead a squad, and Agonie goes down there. Gotaga, 7 kills to his name. The rest of his team only picking up 2. He's the man of the moment right now. 2-1 in the lead for Pulse, though. Can he get his team all square? 45 seconds. This is where things get interesting.
Yeah, and time's starting to become a bit too much of a factor for the attacking team. The bomb does go down, though. That's courtesy, of course, of Vitality. So now it's just going to be a defensive role. You can see these angles being held all around the A side. They just need to keep this bomb site safe. Wailers with 1. Azox is going to shut him down eventually, but that does bring us into a 3 versus 2 with just 27 seconds left. Vitality in a very good position.
Yeah, 3v1. Azox left in a tough position. Can destroy trophy system. Take down 1. Is he going to make the second? Oh, with 20 seconds left, surely not. And Riskin finalizes that. And as I said, leveling things up now for Vitality. For a second there, I thought he might have it, but Riskin actually putting some kills on the board. Obviously starting that round on 0, ending it with the winning kill cam. With the VMP in hand, manages to secure his team around. Going into round number 5, jumping on board with the attacking team, of course, that will be Pulse. who have we not seen too much of? Let's jump on board with Jayz.
All right, let's see what Jayz can bring into the equation then. Just the one for him so far under his belt. There's no kind of no less feat, considering that both Agonie, Wailers, Riskin and Broken all are on that. Just for a second though, because both of them do find frags. Agonie and Azox down. That's the Shiva rattling off a couple of shots from Jayz. He isn't going to be able to do too much more. They do have the glitch for Veziok, and that could enable him to get a little bit out of trouble, but no, there's too much trouble being caused by Broken as the bully circle was formed, and now it does just come down to Jayz.
Yeah, look at this charge. They're all going for him. Jayz right at the back on his own, doesn't have the bomb. 1 versus 3, 50 seconds left on the clock. I see this only going one way. If I was a betting man, I would say Jayz is in a spot of trouble.
Yeah, more than just a spot. This is a really kind of a big circle of trouble. You can see there's kind of 4 members all spread themselves out across Stronghold. He's got very little likelihood to pick up that bomb safely. It is just going to be in the eye line of whoever that is. I think it's Riskin. He's just going to be kind of staring that bomb down.
Yeah, he walked straight past Riskin. I don't know why that was. Obviously not on purpose, but he picks up the first. Let's stay on board with Jayz, because he may not be able to win this round, but he can certainly put a dent in Vitality's killing sprees at the moment. Of course, Broken's on that 2-kill streak.
Oh, not checking his corners. Wailers is going for that wall run, and he's going to be able to collect that one. Vitality find third. Still, credit where it is due. Pulse are making these rounds close. Even when it was a 1v4, we still see that kind of hunting nature from Vitality. They weren't going to lie back and just let him keep anything towards the next round.
As they take the lead, Vitality, can they make this 4-2? Can they go on and win map number 2? Let's see if anyone... Broken's got his Psychosis. Wailers has his Glitch. Gotaga just needs his gun. He's 8-2. I mean, the man's doing everything. Wailers, what is this? He looks just to spin round.
Oh, we caught a glimpse of one, and that's going to be the glitch. He's having none of that one. Jayz and Azox, in the meantime, do start to draw blood, but Gotaga, of course, steps up to return the favor. And that could be a second for him. Oh, he does get it. Not the third. He's surely going to get traded out, but no, he's still breathing. He's coming in for that one. Azox hunts him down, and rightfully so. There wasn't an available trade despite Broken being nearby. And talking of Broken, he now has to go against the odds. Azox and Jayz remaining for his opponents.
Yeah, not had a huge impact in the Search and Destroy yet, Broken. This is the time to shine. He has his Psychosis available. However, he's got a C1. Both in the same corner. Surely he can't do that. And I mean, that was pretty unlucky for him, because he managed to get the first shots. He saw him, but definitely didn't think 2 people would be jumping out.
Yeah, it basically looked like his opponent kind of duplicated. All of a sudden his crosshair was like split between the two. It's like, I don't know which one to shoot. It's always a horrible feeling when you're playing and you're like, there's just multiple hostiles coming towards you. You just do not know which one to choose first. And it does cost him his life. 3 for 3 then, as this one is continuing to stay close here in Search and Destroy. A nice kind of change from what we saw on Hardpoint, where Vitality did feel like the winning team right from the get-go.
3-3. Minute 30 on the clock. Starts ticking. Getting into round number 7 here. Azox top fragging on 7 kills. Can he extend on that? Of course, the X-ray vision on your screens. That is for us and you only at home. The guys in the game will not be able to see through walls, of course.
You'd be worried if they could.
Be worried? Yeah, I certainly would.
Full vision pulse, guys. Full 4-man vision pulse. But no, they're going to be throwing out those concussions. And, I mean, no surprises that it's going to be... I was going to say, no surprises it's going to be Riskin who gets the opener. But actually, it was kind of fed to him by Jayz.
Yep, 3v4.
It's just his second as well from Riskin.
Yeah, not Riskin's best map. But then again, Gotaga picking up 10. I mean, that's more than his whole team combined at the moment. Let's focus on Pulse, though. They're on the attack. Can Azox pick up one? No, he doesn't. Putting damage into one, taking damage himself. 30 seconds left to go. This is where things get interesting as Riskin picks up his 3rd of the game. See if Agonie can pull off the 1v4.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking likely, that's for certain. So few time on the clock as well. Pulse were on the attack, and I say were because the round does just go their way. Gotaga wraps it all up, puts a bow on it, and it's going to be 4.
Okay, so of course, you guys at home, 4-3 at the moment. It's 1st to 6, potentially 11 rounds. Could go all the way. But 1 minute 30 per round. 1st to 6. We see Vitality take the lead at the moment, 4-3. And I'm jumping on board with Vitality as they go onto the attack. Have to stay on board with Gotaga.
This is an overdrive, sure. Yeah, I was expecting an overdrive round right now. He has HXD as well. Maybe see that the following round, but right now he's going to take full advantage to seize control of that B site. There's no one surely anticipating a presence on B that early. Maybe, just maybe, they caught a glimpse of it, because I am seeing a rotate coming in from the defensive members of Pulse, and Broken has already picked up one. Looking for a second as well. The wallbang is coming in, but it's not going to be enough. Didn't quite find the bullets necessary. Veziok does feed him a second, though. Jayz on the way back. This is just going to be one of those kind of return tit for tat rounds where you have to wonder with the bomb down, what Pulse can do in the defensive scenario.
Yeah, Gotaga has fallen. However, he's done his job. The bomb has been planted. 25 seconds left on the clock. This is going to be tough for Azox and Jayz to do anything. Let's flip on board with them, see what they're doing. As Azox is left alone.
Yeah, what have you got for me, mate? 15 seconds, nothing. You have nothing but death, doom, and gloom, as that's going to be then 5-3, and just one away from Vitality securing the second in this best-of-5 series. Pulse, this is closer. This is much closer than the hard point, but it all comes down to this following round. There's a H6 available as well for the boys in Vitality, and you can see on that scoreboard, I mean, Gotaga really is the individual to talk about. What did you say as well coming into this one? He was the man to watch, and you definitely are kind of starting to pay for yourself with these predictions, Momo.
Yeah, gotta say it does feel good, but not much of a prediction when you got a player like Gotaga who can back it up every time. It's the Gotaga, the Journée, the Zero. Obviously very entertaining to watch, but back it up with their gun skill. 4v4, shortly 4v3, evening things out. Riskin though, putting it to a 3 versus 3. As I repeat myself, as Gotaga actually picks up another frag himself, but using that motorized hovercraft. Jayz on your screen does see one. He's going to put bullets into him. Can he make the play, though? The kinetic armor comes into play and no Vitality. Gotaga is the man to finish things off once again with the headshot. You'll see this on the final kill cam. Finished off with 13 kills. There it is. Pharaoh in hand. And Pulse, unfortunately for them, suffer another loss. 2-0 down in the series. It's either to slay Gotaga, but a lot of people to try and kind of put him back is do exactly the same. You know, fight fire with fire. Maybe for them, they need to say to Agonie, you know, you've done it before. In your previous Call of Duty accolades, you know, he's done it everything before. But for him, Agonie could go toe-to-toe with Gotaga and say, look, if you're going to charge at my team, I'm going to do the same to yours. And I'm going to put loads of pressure on Broken. And that's what he needs to do. It's just an idea of mine, you know, one of many brilliant ideas. But whether they will, I am sure we'll find out sooner or later. But at the moment, we're waiting for Gotaga, the man himself, to pick a ban or protect. As we see the Vesper, M8, Flashbang, Rapid Fire, and Overdrive taken away from all.
Okay, let's see where they choose to go from here. Right now, looking pretty standard for Uplink. We have been seeing a very, very highly contested kind of ban of the Specialist active camo. Of course, enables you to fully go, well, I say fully invisible. You're like 95% visible. Kinetic Armor is another highly contested Specialist, and that's going to be taken away. Gotaga does make his decision and decides that he doesn't want to be seeing those kind of very ballsy plays involving Kinetic Armor in this Uplink game.
Yeah, Kinetic Armor is what we've seen in pretty much everything. For that to be taken away, I think that's a wise choice, actually. So, fair play to the boys on Pulse there as they choose their specialists. We'll run through the rosters very quickly for you. For the Pulse boys, Agonie, Azox, Veziok, and Jayz. Can they do the impossible? Can they come back from the 2-0 down? Vitality, hot off the heels of a 3-0 victory versus Millennium. Can they make it too?
Yeah, let's have a little look. Wailers, of course, rocking the Tempest. We have Broken, Gotaga, and Riskin. Looks like Broken's actually opted to take the Scythe, kind of following in a similar path to his counterpart on the Pulse side, Azox. So that's a Scythe for either side. And what is that? So we are going to be seeing our first Sparrow coming out. So we're going to be seeing the Outrider. There's the active camo. As expected, Jayz is following in his footsteps. But a Sparrow. You said you saw it before?
Yes, I thought he'd put it away, you know. He thinks he's Oliver Queen again. Yeah. He's pulling it out. He thinks that, you know, I mean, maybe he'll prove me wrong, but for me, there's other viable options. But maybe Gotaga feels comfortable with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe, just maybe, Pulse have failed this city, and we're going to be seeing lots and lots of Outrider plays. Still, plenty of time for us to wait and see. Heatwave did get taken as the kind of the one exchange, and of course Psychosis for Tempest. So those are your differences. Tempest for Psychosis and Sparrow for Heatwave. Specialist, of course, only half the game. There's so much more behind it. Actually, I take that back. There's even, I think it's even lower because of just the amount of times you're going to be seeing really good strategy coming into Uplink. There's so much here, especially on Fringe, where we're going to be seeing these very different approaches. For Infused, it was rinse and repeat. They rush down that train alley, then they go straight on back around. Maybe a little bit of exchange of a pass, a quick one-pointer if you're under pressure. If the bodyguards have done their job, it's a 2.
Yeah. For me, it's the same thing. You know, Vitality and Pulse will be trying to implement what Infused did. One thing that I would touch on for Gotaga, and everyone new, obviously, here, you know, the Sparrow, yes, it's brilliant. It's a one-shot kill, and you've got to be accurate with it, but it also has this explosive damage. So for me, what I tend to do if I'm rocking it on, say, you know, public game of Hardpoint, I can use it almost like a war machine. You know, I can fire three arrows in there, and it can, you know, put it into a wall, explosive damage. You know, 2 of those can take out, you know, 1 player. As long as it is close enough to them, it does have that explosive damage. And I've seen it before as where you know, you can hit 1 player, it can kill him directly, and then blow up and kill an opposing teammate. So much like a chain reaction like that Tempest as well. But definitely one to watch when Gotaga unlocks that. I will be jumping on board with him as they finalize the score streaks. Will he be as audacious in his score streaks, though? Is he going to pull out something crazy? I
mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's going to be a lot of confidence currently on the side of Vitality after their current kind of showing in the first 2 games. Again, this game against Pulse, of course, we've seen Hardpoint, then Search and Destroy. Now we're into Uplink, and I'll let you walk us through what we can expect here being played out on Fringe. We've seen it 4 times already. We just haven't seen anything past that in the last 4 games.
Yeah, the score limit obviously being unlimited. You know, if you can put 20 points on the board, you go for it. We'll see that here today. Not usually going to be seeing scores like that, but of course there is the time limit. Only 5 minutes per side, and the respawn delay of 5 seconds. I want to see what Pulse are doing differently. Agonie using their assault rifle XR2. Mano War. Okay, Azox is definitely not using the fist. It looks like, yeah, XR2. So 4 full assault rifles. Okay. At least they're trying to change things.
I mean, that's something different. Let's have a little look how well that works out. We're going to be seeing initially things go the way of Pulse. They managed to clear out their roots and trying to get kind of under the skin of Vitality. As just as I say that, Gotaga and Broken chime in with some for themselves. Agonie holding back with the XR2. Did land the tag as well on that cross, but nothing going to be coming of that one. Wow, finds the head of Wailers. Very, very cool, calm, collected with that one. No high caliber needed in order to take that one from a distance. And so far, no real touching of the drone.
Yeah, as we say that, though, the man, the myth, the legend, it is Gotaga. Goes for the 1-point play. Aiming high in the sky there. Doesn't manage to get the throw off as the drone falls down. Is in the enemy base, though, of Pulse. As we see Riskin picking up a couple of kills himself. This is what we talk about. He's made wave 1 and wave 2 of the kills. Can he make wave 3? No, he cannot, as Jayz takes him down. Wailers tries to answer back.
Okay, the drone's going to be reset then. Already 60 minutes have elapsed and still nothing's come of it just yet. Wailers, good movement from him. He's just trying to catch them on the cross, trying to catch them on the offensive, but nothing for him. Instead, Veziok with the RK5. Riskin and Broken bite straight on back. And this exchange of frags, all it means is that Gotaga has a little bit of breath. He can catch his breath and start this run just for a second before Azox does meet him towards middle. And I mean, when you look at Fringe, it's kind of just about getting that drone away from middle. That's exactly what they've done. You can see it is now towards that train side. As soon as it's out of middle, then you really do have a run on your hands. And we're going to be seeing a battle of the fist. Riskin with the KO on Veziok.
Yeah, Riskin taking that one onto the train tracks here, as the drone is in favor of Vitality. Gotaga has this. Here he is, the backup and bodyguard of Wailers. Can he make the 1-point play? Does manage to make the release. Is he going to make it? No, he's not, as the drone falls. I need to swap player as I'm watching nothing. Agonie's going to pick this one up. Let's hop on board with him. See if he's going to run it out. Manual pass there to Jayz, maybe. Or just
I think
to
he's just concerned with that kind of that peak towards both the doorway, but also towards the end of that train. Does the recovery, has Psychosis. This is all starting to line up and correlate for him. He's going to have to go for the melee. He gets it, puts the drone straight into the face of Gotaga, and now this could very well be 2 points. That's the Psychosis we were hoping for. That's going to really obscure his opponents if they even looked at him. No need, and Pulse take an early lead.
Yeah, but the Psychosis coming into play there, distracting Riskin, as we see a couple of kills in play here. Gotaga's the closest to the drone, though. 2-0 down at the moment. Pulse actually take the lead here in Uplink. 2 minutes 22 on the clock, as we see the kill feed light up in red once again. Pulse doing some damage. Who has got that drone?
It's Jayz.
It's Jayz. 7-2 Jayz as well, really hotting up here. Has the active camo to use if needs be, but now extending the lead 4-0.
Yeah, now with active camo available, you have to really start getting scared for Vitality. Could this get out of hand? Already 4 for Pulse. Finally, Riskin's going to scoop that one up for his team, but only for a second. Passes that over to Gotaga, who's constantly been trying this 1-point play. Hasn't been connecting, and instead, we're going to be seeing what Wailers can do in his shoes. It's close, and it is going to be 2 points for him, as we do see Vitality take a step back to Pulse.
Yeah, definitely a step in the right direction for the boys on Vitality. Wailers leading the squad there as he does fall. Only Gotaga is alive. Looks like he's checking out this truck in a bit more detail with the SMG.
Wow.
I mean, Azox, he will have... I mean, they all had assault rifles, and Gotaga's still outgunning them.
Did he have long barrel on that, or is that just straight up CUDA play?
I will double check for you. Yeah, long barrel grip and stock is what he's wielding on his CUDA.
Keep your eye on that bottom right as well.
Oh, I am.
Are you constantly double checking, seeing if we're going to be seeing any Legolas plays a little later on? Maybe not. Agonie, though, shuts down Wailers in the meantime. We'll be coming back, checking in on that bow-wielding maniac a little later on. With just 60 seconds left, though, we're probably not going to be seeing the Sparrow until that second half. As Riskin has managed to scoop that one up, he's going to be looking to go just for the 1 point. Actually, did he activate his active camo for that one? He did, and it didn't really net him any reward just yet. I say that because Gotaga is going to try and pick it up this time. It is loose. It's so damn close. Anybody could pick that up and make a point. So far, no luck. Veziok's going to be able to send that out of bounds. Very impressive stuff, defensive stuff from Veziok, and that's going to be Pulse now with just 40 seconds to keep hold of this lead.
Yeah, Agonie there has those score streaks in the bottom right-hand corner. He's hodding up here for Pulse, and for me, he's put away the SMG, he's pulled out the assault rifle, and it's working for him as we see Riskin pick up the drone, going for this 1 point play. For me, it seems a little bit risky, and the reason is it's not a safe 1 pointer. It's one of those where you just kind of, you're throwing, you're hoping for a lucky bounce maybe off the rooftops of Grandma's house. Broken with 3. Continuing the dominance, 13 kills, only 7 deaths.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like a guarantee. That's a second 2 pointer though. Vitality have gone and done it again, as you can just see this kill feed lighting up yellow, and that's going to be 4-4 at the end. It just doesn't feel like Vitality had the right vibe surrounding them in that first half. But you know what? They managed to keep it equal, and that's down to just 2 very nice 2 point plays.
Yeah, Jayz using his Hellstorm missile there, not very effective as the points still come in. And obviously doesn't have that in his arsenal for round number 2. Now for you guys at home, obviously just joining us, top right-hand corner, Vitality 2, Pulse 0. Gonna be interesting going into this side as Broken has the Scythe available. Has he got it?
Can I get a Gotaga check?
Oh,
all right, let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can live up to the hype as he's picked up the Sparrow. He has 7 arrows in his quiver. He's going to be looking to try and make something happen with this one. He's going to catch a glimpse of someone. He's so desperate to try and make a connection with this arrow, and it is just costing him time and effort. Throws out one, no connection there. Perhaps, you know, a Scythe or something would be much more effective when you're looking to get just some slaying with your specialist. But Gotaga, he's always there for the clips. And now 4-4. The first 30 seconds have elapsed. Nothing coming from the Sparrow then, and we can all just kind of hang our heads in shame for expecting something better.
Broken, though, has made an impact with the Scythe, continuing on his spree. Does see another. The smoke take him down, and Azox drops to the floor. What you're meant to do when smoke comes around, you know, hit the deck.
Or, you know, pull a Marky B and put a thermal on your M8.
Yeah, Marky B, obviously, very...
innovative.
Yeah, such a better word. Machine on point. I
truly,
like it.
Truly I am. But the drone is loose in middle. We have to see who's going to try and actually make a run for it. I'm looking at Wailers, but it's only for a second. He did try and just kind of, I was going to say chuck it, but no, didn't even leave his hands before he did go and hit the deck. We have to kind of worry about how this one's going to go. Hang on, what on earth? Jayz has got himself a Cerberus, and we did miss it. And that's a very impressive achievement from him. As I mean, sitting on 15 frags for the start of this one. Actually, Agonie's going to be making a run off the back of this one. Surely not going to make anything magical happen. It did look like it was a bit of an overshot. Just kind of swooped straight on over that uplink, and instead it's going to sit at 4-4.
He was trying to use that big pipe as the backboard, it seemed.
Oh, I like
go
that.
for a rebound, didn't pull it off. I think I've just seen Broken pull out what is an Argus. I will be checking that out. He's 19 and 10. Whether he's picked it up off a teammate, I'm not sure.
More like it. That's the pass I've been looking for. As soon as you do get the drone out of middle, that's when you've achieved something. There are the EMPs necessary to take down that Cerberus. We need to see Wailers in the meantime get a fist into the face of Agonie. And it does look like that drone, now out of that initial kind of brawling area, really gives them a shot. Looks like Broken's going to be able to retrieve it, and he's going to line up for the 1 point. That's a beautiful lineup. It's a safe one, and Vitality take the lead.
Yeah, Broken there. Not only playing the teamwork, base player taking down that Cerberus, and that's probably why he's pulled out the shotgun. It's probably the only class which has 2 EMPs on. You know, smart play from him. But very, very necessary as Wailers and Gotaga combined to take down pretty much the whole roster of Pulse. But Veziok answers back himself. Only one left alive, waiting for the teammates. Gotaga has the drone in hand as he falls as well. Will Broken be able to run this in?
The question indeed is whether he can do it without a bodyguard, because he doesn't have it. Two of his team members are way back at spawn. Jayz takes him down with the RK5. Jayz gets a second one, this time with the rifle. So versatile, this time with the HVK. And he's going to be going to get the hip fire. That's a third. Picking up that, I mean, I was going to say picking up that lightning strike. He's been sitting on that for a while now.
Yeah, he's got the active camo, got the lightning strike. He's already used his Cerberus and Hellstorm, but still finds himself at a deficit here to Vitality. Broken. Oh, I like this. Broken's actually going for a different play. I don't think that's going to go anywhere near, but he's going to get it in the base of Pulse.
It doesn't actually look that far. If he had got a good bounce, that could very well have gone in. Now we do see it retrieved, and we have no doubt it's going to be reset. It's just the quickest and safest way to get it out of dodge. For now, though, just nearly 1 minute 30 on the clock left, and Pulse need to make a play now. This could very well be the end for this could be another loss for Pulse. It was 0-3 last time. It could be 0-3 again, and the same story for Giants could be told once more.
Trying to see who has that drone as they put it into the base. Looks like Wailers is the closest one to him. As seen a gunfight of his own, takes down one. Jayz answers back, and Broken picks up a kill. This drone is going in the hands of Broken. If he can make a 2-point play here, is so dangerous. Oh, Veziok, huge double kill for him. 16 and 21, not having the best of games, but my gosh, that was a big clutch play.
One of those frag, like that frag there, it doesn't matter about the score right now, it says 16, but that one took him from 15 to 16, meant everything. That has kept his team afloat, has kept his team with a shot and taking this one both into overtime or into a kind of a next map. As with just I can see the timer getting dangerously close. 45 seconds. I'd say they've got about 2 attempts now. Yeah. Minimum, or maximum, excuse me. And he's holding a great angle, but look at that. Agonie's actually taken down. Broken. It doesn't matter about Azox as he can continue this run. Veziok's the one wielding it now. He's gone for the 1-point play. It would have brought the equalizer, but no, it didn't miss. Excuse me, it did miss, and now 30 seconds left, and Broken can just play the time game.
Yeah, is he going to throw it out initially, or is he going to sit back? Hellstorm comes in. He's got a very, very low HP right now. Broken, though. 20 seconds. He needs to get rid of this. Surely he's going to reset the drone.
Yep, just as long as he can.
He's playing the time.
I'm very, very impressed by what Broken's got up to here. Now is the time to release it. He's done so. And yes, it was risky, but it does ensure his team's survival. I say that, though. 1-point play from here. He's got to line it up. He's got to do it perfectly. 4 seconds. This is it. This is one chance. It does not go in. And we do have ourselves your French champions. Vitality picked that one up in that domestic matchup. And it was one hell of a close closing 30 seconds.
Yeah, and I thought for a second that he was going to pull off that 1-point play. However, we'll get rid of that on the screen for you guys with a click. And there we go. 5-4, though. We see Vitality. I mean, it was close.
Why is this always the story?
I mean, you look at it across the board, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, but they were so close games. Vitality takes the second 3-0, though. One against Millennium, one against the fellow Frenchman. Looking good in the league.
Absolutely, that's a great... you could not have had a better start. 2-3-0s to start off the Call of Duty World League. Vitality are going to be buzzing, as are Infused. Of course, that's a very similar tale for them, picking up that win against LDLC in 3, as well as, of course, their win yesterday against Giants. So both Vitality and Infused in a very good position. Excel's game wasn't quite as close, but still picking up their win, and that puts them alongside Epsilon at the top of the table. That's your top 4, folks, for the first week.
Yeah, very, very interesting. I mean, I would have said Millennium would be in 6th place, that's for sure. Looking at that as well, Infused and Vitality, Excel. I mean, I'm a big fan of Excel myself, just seeing what they've brought to the table. I said they might be breaking the top 4. We're only in week 1. I need to take a deep breath. I need to, slow down a little bit. But as the league goes on and as weeks go by, we're going to see these teams leveling out and really battling for that #1 spot.